What's going on, guys? We are back, and I'm with my good friend and mechanic, Josh. And today, and really, we're gonna try to make this a weekly thing. We're gonna jump into that 986 Boxster I bought this week. So today, the goal would be to get it up in the air. I never got an inspection done on it, so maybe we'll just do like a quick inspection, see what else apart from we think the engine's bad from what I've heard, but I don't know. So I mean, you have messed with some Porsches, but this is a learning experience for you as well, right?
Oh yeah, a whole different animal here.
Yeah, so I mean, what kind of stuff are you mostly into? Hot rods and...
Hot rods, old school big block Chevys, LS engines. As you can see, we got a 67 Barracuda sitting over here.
Yeah.
Getting ready to do disc brake conversion on it. So we kind of dabble in a little of everything. The Porsche world is something that I'm a little familiar with, but have never rebuilt an engine, but we're gonna do this one.
And then I've been coming in here with stupid things like my 97 Ranger that I had for a while and some dumb stuff. And I'm a German car guy. That's the M3 and the Porsche. So
yeah,
you know, with every stupid decision I make, you might be working on more and more German cars here pretty soon. So
great.
So from what I understand, the battery's dead, and the frunk and the trunk are electronic. So we won't be able to just press the latch and open it, so we're gonna have to wheel it into here. And I think there's a couple things we can try that I watched some videos on, so we're gonna have to give that a try and see if we can get that battery open. I was told it has 31,940 miles. That being said, there was no way for me to verify it, so I took a gamble. So we're gonna find out if that's true or not. So
all right,
let's do it. We just got this pushed in. This is my new to me 1998 Porsche Boxster, and I mean, guys, this thing is in such good shape. What do you think? First impressions?
It's clean.
Is it not? There's, I think, one ding because I'm picky. There's one right there, and a couple scuff marks here and there. But I mean, overall, like the silver with the red interior, the black roof. This thing is gonna be good when it's all. So. All right, what's the first plan of action?
Well, we need to get it up in the air, and then we got to figure out how do we get this open. The battery's dead, and how many miles does this thing actually have on it? And let's figure out those, and then we'll start tearing some stuff.
Fingers crossed it is under 32,000 or whatever.
Right.
And like I said, guys, before, I am at Crafton Auto Care, and I'm in Dayton, but I mean, if you're in Ohio or the Midwest, or I don't know, if you just want to come by and get work done, guys, I'll put all their information down below. There's their sign. I've known Josh for almost 2 years now, it seems like. Yeah. And it started with I bought a 97 Ranger, biggest POS ever, but there's a reason for it. I needed a daily driver, needed a gas saver, you know, I had the M3, and he did pretty much everything you can do to it until the transmission blew up on it. And then the good thing with Josh is, if something is not gonna work, he won't try to fix it and charge for it. He's gonna give it to you how it is. He had it sitting here, he diagnosed it, he's like, hey man, it's not worth the fix. Like, I'll fix it if you want, but it's not worth it. So you tell me what you want to do, so you're gonna get honest work. And it's hard, you know, it's hard to get that nowadays. So that's why my Porsche is coming here and not, you know, Joe Schmo's German dealership that they're gonna upcharge me on. So
right,
you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, we have it up in the air. Josh is kind of just doing a quick but what should have been a pre-purchase is now a post-purchase inspection. You know, checking the bearings, and he's gonna check the mounts and stuff. And this car was tracked, so you know it's probably gonna have more wear and tear than your traditional 98, but you know, with the low miles, who knows? So yeah,
a little bit of looseness in the sway bar link here up front. That's gonna cause some noise.
Okay. I mean, if nothing's broken, hopefully we just get it running and then experience it on the road and go from there.
Yeah. Bushings look good.
Really?
Yep, definitely has lowering springs on it. Springs look good.
How do those rotors look?
This one is really thin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Those are not cheap.
Let me look them up for you.
That's gonna go. Yeah.
There's your
Motor.
supercharger.
Oh yeah, how was
Yep.
it? It's weird because it's mid-engine. Everything's like,
Just a little guy. Your
yeah.
serpentine belt's got some cracking in it.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, this is that supercharger was done in '98, so we're
Right.
probably gonna have to service it and see what it needs to keep it going.
And obviously there is some oil
Leaking.
from this area.
Okay.
You know, when you look at the engine, it's dry. So
Yeah.
we are going to need to take a look at the supercharger. We've got a lot of oil all over. Yep.
Okay.
So we'll want to service this.
Okay.
And go through it and clean it and check shaft play. Probably pull it apart, look at the rotors, make sure there's no chunks missing.
Yeah.
That it's not scarred up. And then just clean everything up. If there's no major shaft play, you know, freshen the oil up. Oh, those are your ignition coils. Hopefully they're in the car. Because there's 3 ignition coils missing right there.
Well, let's hope. Because I couldn't really tell.
I bet they did a compression test.
So you think they?
I would hope that that's where they were going with that. The ignition coils are present on this side though, so you have 3 for sure.
I hope those are cheap. Well, let's be honest. Cheap and Porsche doesn't really
Yeah, I don't think they go
in
hand
the
in
same
hand.
sentence. So, I mean, what would you say overall for '98? What do you think?
Pretty clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a pretty clean car.
Yeah.
There's nothing major that I see that you're gonna have to, you know, this tire's worn out, this tie rod end's loose, a ball joint. You know, we should be able to engine it, and let's go take it out for a drive and see what this thing can do.
Maybe I haven't said this yet. I paid $4,000 for this car, but that is because I paid $500 for the car and another $3,500 for the supercharger, the springs. You know, that's going to be pretty exciting, and hopefully we can bring this thing back to life. Here's where we're at. We've spent the last 20 minutes trying to figure out how to open this frunk. So what you did some digging online, it sounds like, is there's supposed to be, if you open the fuse box, a little like
Emergency deal where we could jumper that and it would release it.
and that should get those power
Right.
to work. There's no mechanical cable. Option 2 is to get this back in the air, remove the wheels, remove the wheel wells, and there's a little cable in there you can pull.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Big problem also is this has locking lugs, if you can see that or not. So right now, I'm pretty sure we'll have to check one more time, but I couldn't find its little lock.
Okay.
And we can't find the emergency thing to get this out when the battery's dead. So
Right.
yeah.
So there's one option that we could do.
Okay.
That would be, there's 4 screws on that block, and there's a diagram that I found online that shows the bulkhead and where the power comes in to supply
Says
the
fuse
entire.
2, right?
Well, we can just power up the entire fuse block, and the whole
And then
car
get
will have
power
power.
to
Yep.
That'd probably be the best option.
Yeah.
If not, is
Because then we can pop both the front and rear.
probably should get everything we can out of those things, you know,
Right.
and see what's in there if we haven't already.
So let's pull those screws and see what we can do there.
Yeah. So we popped that cover off. I still don't see an emergency thing, but from what I read, it's fuse 2 or something. So currently, we're at a interesting spot. We can't find the emergency latch to get the frunk open, so now we're just trying all the fuses. I heard the trunk latch go off, and it briefly turned on for a second, and I did see the mileage was at 31,945, so we're good there. So now we're going for trying to get the frunk or the trunk or the convertible top or just anything open. We've done a little more digging, and what we found out is we can try and force the entire security system to turn on, possibly engaging that latch. And what we're doing is, if you look at the fuse box and you go 3 down, here I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, and you go 3 down and 3 to the right, Josh, you can point your finger, there'll be a fuse right there where he's going, and you want to take your little yellow tool, remove that 30 amp fuse, and then take a little bit of wire. We're just allegedly trying this. You shove that wire in and you shove the fuse back, and then you get your jumper cable, and it should turn on the security system in this car, which will allow us to turn on that frunk. So let's give this a try. And if this doesn't work, I mean, it's not looking good. Yeah, you don't need a key.
Did it.
Yeah, let's go. I heard it go off. Can't get my... It It sounded like it went off.
I think it did in the rear.
Well, let's go check the rear. Maybe the rear went off then.
Yeah.
No, did it not sound like it?
It totally sounded
Clicked?
like it clicked.
Cars security system should have power.
It should.
So you have the key, and the second button is the unlock the trunk, right? So go ahead and click that.
Money.
So okay, so that's a great sign. So let's get this. Oh, there's not like a manual like lock or anything. We got nothing of that. Oh, look at that! We got some. Okay, there we go.
Magnets, all right.
Yeah, great. Race car, excellent. But and this one's been eaten.
Of course it has.
I'm not crediting myself for finding that. That was a team effort.
No, oh yeah. Right.
I saw it, but my hands were not ready. Okay, guys. So, great news, or I guess good news for how bad things have been going so far.
Right.
So this cable, if you can see it right here, is wedged all the way up in there. It's the emergency latch. If the emergency power doesn't work, which we don't even have the option to do that.
Right.
And what online I read, and actually you read this, is they don't guarantee which side it's on. So they want you to take the wheel, the well off, everything off, the lining, and see if it's there. And if not, you gotta go do the other side. We just happened to shove the flashlight through this. I saw like a thin gauge wire. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's it. And he just went to town, stuck his hand up there and grabbed down. And then once you do, you just pull this latch. And I believe the trunk
it's
is popped open, or the front's open now. So, all right, good news, right?
Absolutely.
So, all right, guys. So, now if you need to do this, you don't have, unlike what everyone says, you don't have to take the wheels off. You just have to run your light through the center of this and see where it's sitting.
Right.
We can't tell you which side it's on. Mine happened to be on the left side. Yours could be on the right. But if you see it, you can, in fact, get your hand up there and just pull on it. So that could save you a lot of time and labor. So
absolutely.
we're gonna see if the top comes down now. We gotta put it in service mode, right? And that's how we'll be able to see how the engine is, I think. So let's do that. So I'm gonna sit inside. Okay, so this is the latch mechanism. This might be hard to tell. So you pull that, and that's how it latches in here and here. So I'm gonna pull this, press that, pull that down, move these out of the way, and then you just press this button. Oh, there we go. Look at that. And now we've got the top down. Nice. So we found in the actual mechanism for the top, looks like there's some ice cubes and a Gatorade. It looks like grape to me, unopened, so it might still be drinkable.
Yeah.
But now it's super gunked up, so that could have been bad.
That could have been real bad.
Yeah, because that could have damaged that entire mechanism.
So
That's still wet, so there's water definitely got in then when it rained, right?
Water definitely got in.
Which is a bad sign.
I think if we dry the gum out, it'll be all right.
You think so?
I think so.
Still usable?
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. And we got a G2 low sugar. Okay, so it's good for us.
Yeah.
That's great. We found a toothbrush on this side, if you guys can see that, so that's pretty cool. You're gonna use gloves, you know, or a rag. Looks like it's been used.
Yeah.
It's powered.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We might have to sanitize that bad boy.
It's getting pretty late, so we're gonna wrap up for today. So after a few hours, what we've determined is they need to have an actual emergency, like, latch system and not make
Yes.
you dig under the car to find this little thing right there. So where we're at now is we are going to put everything back to make sure it's good because it's going to go back outside. So, you know, no water leaks in. We did find gum and Gatorade and a toothbrush in the mechanism where the retractable top would be, so that was kind of gross. So the next step, the next video, this is going to end now, but the next video you're going to see is the top goes back in service mode. We're going to get it back up, hopefully drop that engine and really start diagnosing what's wrong with it, because that's the big ticket item. This car looks amazing, but it doesn't run, and has something to do with that. I bet you has something to do with that IMS bearing.
No.
So, all right, guys. If you enjoyed the first part of this, you know, let me know what else you want to see. You know, if you have suggestions for any work, comment below. I can look at all that stuff. So if you guys enjoyed this, just, you know, smash that like button, and thank you for watching, and I will see you next video. And make sure you check out Josh and Crafton Auto Care here in Dayton, Ohio.